Okay, so the system meaning
Talk very many.
the system is government, the system is media as far as television, movies, the way money is handled. The system basically is money, the collection of money, the banks, right? It's a system, right? And handing the money to paying your phone bill at T-Mobile, paying your mortgage, right? It filters through to the banks and the T-Mobile company, phone company, right? Gas company, mortgage company, which is related to a bank, insurance company. That's the system, right? So it all is a little bit interconnected because what's happening is that because of the internet and what the internet is, because of the internet, we're all connected now. Or if you want to be connected, you can be connected. Before, in the 1980s, if you wanted to be connected to someone, you could not be connected. You'd have to look them up in the yellow pages, the name of the person, find their phone number, and then call them. And if you don't know them, they're going to be like, I don't know who you are. I don't know who you are. Who are you? But now, because of the internet, we can literally go on and meet people, talk, share ideas. We're kind of all connected. And what this leads to, it leads to actually, in fact, a lot more love and caring between each other. A lot of more positivity is going out, which is what the guy described in the video. He said that in the future, maybe 20 years in the future, there's a big war between the West and North Korea, and it turns into North Korea and China, big war between them and us, kind of the West versus the East or whatever in the future. And he says, but what happens because we're all connected, all the videos, everybody around the world is going to see this conflict because through the videos now, because it's not like World War II. During World War II was not as much videos and stuff. It's just kind of Hitler on the radio a little bit, and so there's not any media or connection between people. But now, because people are so connected, they see that in the future there's going to be that bad war, kind of a war of ideology in some ways, like them versus us. And people see just how horrible this is, like what he said. And then he says from that point on, people start to really spread the love to your neighbor. You'll come across a homeless person, people come and help them out right there, right in front. Do you want coffee? You want some money? The other guy says, you want a blanket? And then the guy's like, oh, thanks, man, I'll take that. Okay, thanks. And then people just help him out right there, just like that, a bunch of people. Because they've realized that through the internet, through all these connections, you want to spread that love. You want to spread that connection between people. Being connected means there's a connection. You're communicating somehow, and working together, solving problems together, It's literally what it is. 1, 2, 3, solving problems together. And the system, as it is right now, the system, meaning television, media, money, all the mortgages, all the money, all of the system does not want to change this kind of new positive helping everybody out. They don't want that to happen because they're not going to make any money. It's everybody helping each other out just like that, just helping them. Just literally helping people out. So they don't want that change to happen. There's no money to be made by just helping people for free. What the hell? So by the way they see it, they say no, don't help them out for free. Go to work, keep going to work. So they want to screw up, and the entertainment now is ramped up to crazy levels. If you've seen the movies, the media, they got the horror movies coming right out of the television now. They got all the Superman and Batman. They're ramping up, or there's more in television and in movies, more violence, more distractions, all kind of things to try to keep the system going. Don't be friends with everybody on the internet. Do this great stuff instead. Look at all the violence and the computers, machines blowing up transformers and all this stuff. So this is all distracting from this internet, social media, people starting to wake up and help each other out as human beings. And they kind of know that, and they don't want that to happen. Because if you say, hey, let's go in the car, come on, all you guys come along too. And then you take all these guys in your car and you just go and kind of help each other out. then what's really going on is that people are going to start solving all the problems. You're not going to believe in cancer anymore. It's a fake, and the government is ramping up cancer. They got those 5G cell towers now where they're making that stuff more. So the system is going to keep feeding off itself, because if you're making money, who the hell would turn that off? Am I right? If you're making $500,000 a year, why the hell would you want to shut that down? You don't want to shut that down. So the guys that are making so much money don't want to shut that down. They want to keep that going and feed off of that system. But most people, which is kind of the more basic people, or you could say the more positive people, more poverty people, or the people that don't make $500,000 a year, right? People that actually want to solve problems, right? Most of us kind of, you got to make do with whatever you got. With the $20 that you earn, you got to get some food and pay your bill with that $20 you got. So you don't want to, you're not really milking the others for money. Okay, so most of us, we want to work together to solve problems. So this is one of the shifts. It's nothing that people need to worry about, but it's one of the shifts in the next era that we're moving into. The next era we're moving into. I said that very well. And the next kind of, this is the new trend of what all this internet stuff. This is kind of where it's all slowly leading to. The new kind of trend in our world. The connection, everything is connected through the internet. Because once you're connected to people on the internet and meet people, you can meet a lot of people, and you start exchanging ideas, and you start realizing that you're not that different after all. You're dealing with people that are just like you. They have hopes and dreams and projects, and so you're meeting people you have a lot in common. So you have a lot of friendship and positivity and love is going on there. Even though they may not be right in front of you, which actually makes it a lot easier. Because if they're in front of you, it's kind of like, okay, well, let's get some food, and, go to bed and sleep in your own room, and they're probably going to go to work tomorrow. You don't really have that much time together. So because of the computer, there's a lot of information in this lecture. There's a lot of information in this lecture. So because of being in a computer interface, you have privacy to kind of interact with the internet and other people on your own. You don't have to be right in front of people. So, it leads to more connections between people and more freedom of exchange of ideas. That's probably what it is, since you can exchange ideas on the internet there freely without much repercussion. You're not doing anything wrong. You're exchanging ideas and talking and communicating just like that freely. Okay? So that's very interesting. And you can access all kind of video, all kind of information here, and learn things. Expand your consciousness. Some people are calling it the Great Awakening, because now you can see videos like unbelievable through the computer, through the internet, learn things that you never in the world would believe. What the hell? A time traveler from 100 years in the future, and he goes through time, and have flying cars, they solved all diseases, and everything is free, everything is possible, and this is coming through the computer, these things now. So this is awakening your mind into unbelievable things, which before, that was never around before. Or maybe it was through Jules Verne. It used to be Jules Verne and stuff like that, the flying airships and stuff like that. But back then it was books, so it was printed through books, and you bought the book at a bookstore and you just read the book. You thought, oh, it's just an amazing, crazy book. After that, there was television. You saw this amazing stuff on television. But television is a one-way system. You watch it like a movie. Here, you're actually interacting with other people in the world and talking about these things, solving problems and talking about these things, talking about all kind of different things. So, once again, what's happening is that people can do things and talk and learn things for free, because you're on the internet here for free. It's plugged in, and you just pay your electricity bill and your internet bill, and you're on. You can learn it. So it's for free. So through this stuff for free, you can meet people. There's a lot more love and exchange of, because it's not under time pressure. There's plenty of time, exchange of information, the Great Awakening, and the system around you still wants to maintain itself and is maintaining itself. They make money from real things, but they have more entertainment, more distractions. They don't want these changes in technology to evolve to where the people have free energy technologies. They don't need gas. They don't need electricity anymore. Don't need more mortgages. They figure kind of everything out. So they don't want that. They want to keep their stuff going the way it is because they make a lot of money for it. And we're talking about millions and millions of people. So all this stuff is going on a little bit in the background, and it really is incredible. There's a lot of stuff going on, and it's because of the internet. The stuff going on is because of the internet, the interconnections between people. And what we need to understand is that if we make friends in the real world and help each other out as people, because all the source of all the problems and an upcoming war, he says in the next 50 years or whatever, there'll be a war far away someday, that is because of money. It's because of ideological differences, money and government and, borders, international borders and stuff like that. That's why wars happen. People don't go to war, governments go to war. So he said there's going to be one kind of major conflict more in the future. And at that point, because everybody's so well connected, then people all on the internet using the connection, they can see everything, what's going on with the computer. They can see everything there, and then they start to realize that we need to reach out to every people in our community, reach out just like that, and say, "Do you need something? Are you okay?" Okay, instead of slave driving people to go to war and go to work and pay more money towards something, instead we need to all kind of work together and help each other out. Because if you help that guy out, then he's going to patrol your neighborhood. He's going to help you out. If you're helping out this other neighbor who needs gardening, you're doing the gardening for them, then they say, "Wow, that's really amazing." So it's kind of like helping everybody out more. And we don't want another gigantic war like that. So that's the point where, we start realizing we need to stop doing that because we're so well patched in. We're not like primates anymore, really dumbed down, and we're not falling for that stuff anymore. Instead, we're waking up and saying, I'm doing nice things. I'm doing nice things for you. I'm not going to go to war against you. I'm doing nice things, and that's the global awakening that we're talking about. The person says, "Are you okay? Yeah, I'm doing nice things for you. I'm not just kind of driving by you and driving by you really fast." So that's really the issue. The distances people travel also. Are we just blasting by people and then traveling great distances to go to work there, then blasting by again and then going great distances to get home again? It's really the distance. The distances are laid out by the Masons. The Masons are the designers of all the cities. They put the universities in different places. They can make them really far so people drive great freeways. So they're the Masons, the designers that laid out the cities. So the point is that we're supposed to start helping each other out and not doing something violent to each other. Definitely not. And we'll see in the future that leads to a bad conflict in the future. And at that point, we all kind of help each other out more. Money becomes less relevant, or people don't do as much crazy stuff just to get money. It's done with a kinder heart, and you make money, but there's more socialism throughout, because the tremendous poverty is what drives people to war to begin with.